Stand strong, governors. Iset watches over you.
Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams of this.
You up and going out of bed. I'm happy that you're here with me. I'm sorry if I tear up. When me and you were younger, you would always make me cheer up. Taking goofy videos while watching through the park. You would jump into my arms every time you had a bar. Don't stay away for too long. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. I'll get you up and going out of bed. Don't stay away too long. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. I'll get you up and going out of bed. I don't wanna fall asleep. I don't wanna pass away. I've been thinking of our future girls and never see this days. I don't know why this has happened, but I probably deserve it. I try to do my best, but you know that I'm not perfect. I've been praying for forgiveness, you've been praying for my health. When I let this heart open, you'll find someone else. Cause yeah, we're still young, there's so much we haven't done. Getting married, start a family, would your husband with your son? Don't stay away for too long. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. I'll get you up and going out of bed.
Set's forces have captured an obelisk. Our forces have captured an obelisk. Set's forces have captured an outpost of Set. Forces have captured an obelisk. Our forces have captured an outpost of Iset. Our forces have captured an obelisk. Our forces have captured an outpost of Iset. Forces have captured an outpost of Iset. Forces have captured an outpost of Iset. Our forces have lost control of the Shrine of Life. Our forces have lost control of a desert altar. Our forces have lost control of an obelisk. Seth's forces have captured a shrine of our forces have captured a sky altar. Seth's forces have captured a shrine of light. Our forces have captured the desert altar. Our forces have lost control of a shrine of light. Seth's forces have captured the desert altar. Our forces have captured an obelisk. Seth's forces have captured a shrine of life.
but
Fuck you and you and you. I hate your friends and they hate me too. I'm through, I'm through, I'm through. This that Akabama anthem, turn it up and throw attention. This that Akabama anthem, turn it up and throw attention. This that throw up in your Birkin back to couple somewhere random. This that 10K on the table just so we can be secure. Anthem on that kangaroo.
Friends and they hate
too thick, and my friends are all annoying, but we go dumb, yeah, we go stupid. Is that 10K on the table just so we can be secluded? And the vodka came diluted. One more lion, superhuman.
Seth's forces have captured the Ark. Seth's forces have captured an outpost of Seth.
Every day, that's what you tell me. Turn your magic on. To me, she'd say,
Forces have captured an outpost of Seth.
dream away.
Forces have lost control of the Sky Altar.
Feel my heart beating. I feel my heart beneath my skin. I feel my heart beating. You make me feel like I'm alive again. Alive again. You make me feel like I'm alive again. Said I can't go on, not in this way. I'm a dream, I die by light of day. Gonna hold up the sky can say we are all men.
Our forces have captured the distant altar.
Feel my heart beneath my skin. I feel my heart beating. You make me feel like I'm alive again. Alive again. You make me feel like I'm alive again. If we've only got this life, then this adventure more than a night. If we've only got this life, you'll get me through the night. If we've only got this
Seth's forces
life,
have captured the shrine. Our forces have lost. Seth's forces have captured the Sky Altar.
wanna share it with you, with you, with you. If we've only got this life, then this adventure more than a night. If we've only got this life, you'll get me through.
Our forces have lost control of the Sky Altar.
rhythm of the night.
Our forces have captured a sky altar.
Mr. Saxoby.
Have captured a desert altar.
Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be so shy, play with me. My dirty boy, can't you see that you belong next to me? Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be so shy, play with me. My dirty boy, can't you see?
Our forces have lost control of an outpost of Osyris.
Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be so shy, play with me. Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be so shy, play with me. My dirty boy, can't you see that you belong next to me? Hey, sexy boy, set me free. Don't be so shy, play with me. My dirty boy, can't you see?
Our forces have captured a desert altar. An outpost of Osyris have captured an outpost of Osyris.
Baby, ya yo me enteré, se nota cuando me ve. Ahí donde no has llegado, saben que yo te llevaré.
forces have
Dime
captured
qué
a shrine
quieres,
of
bebé.
war.
Es que tú eres mi bebé. De nosotros, ¿quién va a hablar si no nos dejamos ver?
Y a veces es dolce, a veces es vulgar. Y cuando te lo quito, después de los paris, las copas de vino, las libras de Mari. Tú estás bien suelta, yo de safari. Tú mueves el culo fenomenal, pa' yo devorarte como animal. Si no te has venido, yo te voy a esperar. En mi camino voy a celebrar.
Baby, a ti no me pongo y siempre te lo pongo. Y si tú me tiras, vamos a nadar en lo hondo. Si por mí te lo pongo, de septiembre hasta agosto. Y a mis 5 lo que digan tu amiga. Ya yo me enteré, se nota cuando me ve. Ahí donde no has llegado, sabes que yo te llevaré. Y dime qué quieres beber, es que tú eres mi bebé. De nosotros, ¿quién va a hablar si no nos dejamos ver? Ya yo me enteré, se nota cuando me ve. Ahí donde no has llegado, sabes que yo te llevaré. Y dime qué quieres beber, es que tú eres mi bebé. De nosotros, ¿quién va a hablar si no nos dejamos ver? Mami, me tienes juzgado, sí. Si fuera la Uru, me tuviese parqueado. Dando vueltas por el condado, contigo siempre arrebatado.
Tú no eres mi señora, pero las 5,000 que tú en Sephora. Lutón ya no compro Pandora, como piercing a los hombres perfora.
Hace tiempo le rompieron el cora. Estudiosa, puesta para ser doctora. Pero levantan los títeres huirleando vapora. Estoy pa' ti las 24 horas.
Baby, a ti no me pongo y siempre te lo pongo. Y si tú me tiras, vamos a nadar en lo hondo. Si por mí te lo pongo, de septiembre hasta agosto. Y a mis 5 lo que digan tú a mi vida, yo me enteré. Se nota cuando me ve. Ahí donde no has llegado, sabes que yo te llevaré.
Want your bad romance. I want you all of me, I want your disease. I want your everything as long as it's free. I want your love.
love, 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 I want your love. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and your lover's revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Oh, 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 your bad romance. Walk, walk, passion, baby, walk it, sniff up, it's crazy. Walk, walk, passion, baby, walk it, sniff up, it's crazy. Walk, walk, passion, baby, walk it, sniff up, it's crazy. Walk, walk, passion, baby, work it, I'm a free bitch, baby. I want your love, I want your love. I don't wanna be friends, je veux l'amour et je veux ta revanche. Je veux ton amour.
Our forces have lost control of the desert altar.
I don't wanna be friends. I don't wanna be friends. What's your bad romance? What's your bad romance? Oh, caught in a bad romance. Oh, caught in a bad romance. Raw, raw, rum, ma, ga, ga, oh la la. Want your bad romance. Raw, raw, rum, ma, ga, ga, oh la la. Want your bad romance. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to all these lonely nights. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to all these lonely nights. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say I love you. Baby, trust in me when I say
Our forces have lost control of an obelisk.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm these lonely nights. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to all these lonely nights. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say I love you.
This arc is pretty safe. And, you know, the place to hold the arc is by one of these cities. I feel like ideally you put it right under Vickers City here. It's really far from where the enemy is and where their buildings are, right? Like that's where you want to hold the arc. Not next to the stinking obelisk. I swear, I lose my mind when people do this.
Well, speaking of, our crew has taken the top obelisk away from VC56. It's got a minute 15 seconds until it flips to blue.
Looks like it's one march.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is just one march. Yep.
Oh, if that had been a rally, though.
I was wondering.
Yeah. Rally with a captain would have been particularly brutal there.
I was wondering. All right,
So they
so
get that
Pooh's sitting
back.
pretty over by the cities. You have Jadwiga sitting hold firm on the desert altar. More VC56 coming in. You know, I don't know. This is the VC56 I'm familiar with. in previous seasons. I'm not really seeing anything super special out of VC56 that's leading me to believe that they're going to win this match and take it away from TR, because right now there's an arc's worth of points between their point totals right now already, and they already have another 3,500 in their pocket. So we're looking at 6,500 delta for TR in the lead. I'm just not seeing that special thing that I was wondering if I would be able to see this match that's gotten them to the quarterfinals to begin with. I'm looking like TR is possibly just going to run off with this thing, taking all the arcs and kind of staying even with VC56 on the structure game. As soon as I say that, Shrine of Life on the bottom lane going towards the blue team. But again, I mean, it's just a little bit back and forth, but it's literally a 3,100 point game in favor of TR. That's exactly the first arc worth of points that they got the first time. And yeah, I mean, that means that they have to have an even structure game points wise, right?
Yeah, I kind of wonder if from this position, let's see here, timing wise, arc is neutral, so that's interesting. Somebody did knock down the arc, but they didn't pick it up, so they didn't reset the arc timer. But for those that are newer to this format, the moment that TR picked this up, a 15-minute timer started, and if the opposing team, 556, had taken the arc in this instance, it would have reset the timer to 15 minutes again. So that sort of keeps things honest for how long you can actually hold it. So there is technically still room for another arc in this matchup, but it would be pretty tough to actually, like, if they wait the full 10 minutes to score, then there's, you know, 8 minutes, 15 seconds to spawn it in. Like, there's technically time for another arc, even if you try to max hold here.
Yeah, I mean, but again, is that going to be enough? I mean, 4,000 points versus 6,500 points. We all know the math there. TR wins. So if TR continues to do their structure game the way that they've been doing it the whole match, and VC56 doesn't change something immediately with 22 minutes left in this matchup, even if they win a third arc, it's not going to be enough. They're going to need to really focus the structure game for the next 10 minutes and come out significantly positive from the delta on the points per minute. And right now they're up 160 points per minute is VC56. So that's a good start. Obviously, with it being, holding the Shrine of Life here on the bottom lane. And I believe there's another building for TR that's still counting down to start generating points as well. It might be one of these obelisks or something. I don't know. But anyway, VC56 is currently in the driver's seat with the points per minute lead of 160 points per minute. TR needs to hold. I think TR needs to hold as long as possible. They don't need a third arc necessarily, although they're, obviously winning. And good point made by the community in chat, Chiskel. They still have to the death. So, I mean, they have all the cards in their pocket. I think that they just need to play them right. They just don't throw it away. They will win this match.
I mean, so is to the death actually the better ability, though, Drago?
I think it is.
Okay. So you think that in this case, VC56 did use the more premium ability in the mid-fight?
They did. They just, I don't know if it's a player issue or just targeting issue or something, but I mean, just 2 decisive victories by TR. And even the second one was more decisive than the first. I mean, it's...
Yeah, there's a lot of variables at play for a mid-fight, right?
It's not just the skills.
Yeah. So there's the skills that are used. There's the marches that players are using. There's the number of marches that made it to middle. To some extent, there's VIP level that's relevant. There's equipment. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the sort of quality of a team's mid-fight. Not to mention the positioning as well, by the way, which, I mean, you know, some teams, as I understand it, call out specific targets. Mm-hmm. Other teams have a priority order. Like, there's a lot that goes into.
Well, it's a quadrant, right?
Mid-fight.
So the way that I've seen it best organized is you have your ball fight, right? And then you have a quadrant of that ball. You target a quadrant at a time. So all your AoEs are hitting one section at a time instead of it being spread out across the entirety of the huge ball in the middle. If you target top right quadrant, top left quadrant, bottom left quadrant, bottom right quadrant, you're mowing through chunks of marches at a time, which is really what we saw in that last mid-fight. I know you weren't able to see it on the screen, and those of you in the community, but you saw 4, 5, 6 marches of the blue team going back simultaneously every 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. So TR was doing that bunch targeting that you see from some of the high-end teams here to really focus down and win those mid fights.
Drago's revealing all the secrets here.
Well, hey, if I'm going out with a bang, baby.
Big secrets going down. Technically, I actually was not familiar with a quadrant-based approach for targeting, but that's an interesting idea.
Shrine of War being taken out by VC56 away from TR. So again, this is exactly what they need to do. Trying to narrow this this gap down. It looks like 2,400 point in favor of TR right now. So it has been narrowed a little bit, but TR still holding the win here from a point standpoint, as well as 3,500 points by Avid on the bottom. Obelisk for TR sitting there pretty as well. We do have 4 rallies, 2 from each side, going back and forth. So it's pretty even from a structure game. I don't know if it's going to be
except
enough.
that all 4 altars just flipped red. That's brutal.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
that's the exact opposite of what you want if you're on VC56.
That is really brutal. I mean, if at any moment in time all 4 altars start ticking up points, I'm not saying the game's over, but that's big trouble. You really got to hold on to your altars. And there's like such a weird balance in this game mode of staying offensive, but maintaining just enough defense to get the job done, right?
Everybody could do it, right? Like I said, imagine if somebody comes to you and says, explain Ark of Osiris and Osiris League to me. It's like, okay, here you go. You keep all your structures, and you take all your enemy structures, and you get this little token in the middle that spawns every, 10 to 12 minutes. You just do that and you win. Like, no big deal, right? No biggie. We have these teams that have been practicing the best and most efficient ways to do all of those pieces for years now, and we're at the pinnacle of this Ark of Osiris strategy movement here, where you've just got all these different ways to win. We've seen the capture all the arc strategy at the very beginning while trying to hold your structures as much as possible. We've seen like kind of a mixed bag of at least get 1 or 2 arcs and then really kind of hold your own structures and maybe grab a structure or 2 every now and again. And then we've also seen the exact opposite, like the other end of the spectrum, right? Where we've seen go all out on structures, capture 1 arc to win the battle. Like there's all different ways to do it, but not many people can. Like that's why you see a lot of the same teams win every single season, or the grand finals or the Grand Prix, is because they just do it the best.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of what you need to do is pretty simple.
Yeah, it's really simple.
But the details are actually pretty complex. And so much of this, even though it maybe looks like an improvisation, is actually like a really scripted plan of what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people trying to say, is 7K make upable in Ark of Osiris and Osiris League with this many minutes left in the match? I would say yes, it is, but to make that happen, you really need to take both altars away from your opponent while maintaining your own, and you need to be flipping all the other structures at least if you're not going to hold them to even make this work. It can be done, but is it being done? Probably not. We just saw TR with all 4 altars in their favor, no points ticking in favor of VC56. And while they do have an 80 point per minute benefit, does the blue team, it's not enough. I mean, you need 500 points per minute to really start to tick in your favor to make up for 2 lost arcs in the middle. And I think at this level of the game, it's very, very difficult to make that happen. TR really trying to hold and pull away. Now a 2,000 point game in favor of TR. Now it's starting to go down a little bit more. We're talking of 5,500 point lead for TR with this arc. 2.5 minutes left on the arc, despawning, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen so many turnarounds in Ark of Osiris League
exactly.
that it's absolutely premature to say this match is over. And I see people in the chat that, like, it's GG. But I mean, God, wasn't it like last week, or not last week? It was maybe a month ago. Who was I watching? NNAV and 1V were, battling, and I was like, oh, they got the arc. They're going to score it. It's over now. And then, like, it completely flipped around, and the other team won. I'm just saying, like,
structure game can
at
make
any
some
point
big
in time,
moves.
Any team could kick it into high gear. The other team can fumble, and the punish is super real. So both teams still need to execute really cleanly. And I do think, however, obviously, with an arc in the pocket and also a little bit of lead in their favor, that TR has more wiggle room here than 556 does. 556 really needs to see TR slip up, and they need to get this next start.
I 100% agree. I think that this is TR's game to lose. Now, I will say, I think that ultimately VC56 is starting to do what they are wanting to do. They are 150 points per minute in the lead right now. It was just over 200 points per minute, but one of the buildings for TR recapturing back. But we see almost every building, every main building here for TR counting down, or at least two of them anyway, counting down for points. So that means that they're not generating anything for anybody. 590 for VC56, 440 for TR. This altar on the bottom lane is the one sole building not generating points for the red team. It'll start in just a little bit. Now VC56 needs to flip some stuff to continue that point disruption. With 3,500 points in the bag coming, and just came actually, 28,300 to 23,800. It's funny what two digits in two different places can mean for somebody. Looking at what, 4,500 point lead now? Yeah, about a 4,600 point lead now in favor of TR. So slowly but surely, VC56 is doing a good job of chipping away. But is there enough time? Is there enough time?
They are doing what they need to do, but will it be enough? Is that question.
Yeah.
The arc was scored, by the way, and there is going to be a solid 5-minute window to run the arc. Technically, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I mean, that's more than enough time to score this third arc. So the third arc is going to be a super real differentiator. And honestly, like, if 556 kicks the building game into high gear now, and they score this next arc, like, they can be looking at the win.
Yeah, they just lost their Sky Altar on the bottom lane, so that's not a good start to that. But,
no, 3 altars in favor of TR is
but I agree
not
with you.
where 556 wants to be, and the points per minute reflecting that here. So TR taking advantage of this opportunity to widen the gap a little bit.
I still think there's time to make this an interesting match. 12 minutes left. There's a lot of game to play. VC56, for all their losses in the middle of this match, are no scrubs. I'm actually kind of surprised at how quickly they were steamrolled in the middle by TR these last two fights. I feel like there's one in there that can change the script, can flip the script, and maybe win that mid fight. And if they do, that's a 4,000 point arc. Now we're talking less than 1,000 points right now differential. Now we get to start bringing in the provisions game conversation. Now we get to start bringing in, now again, we're talking about losing structures, right? Obelisk goes down in favor of TR on the bottom lane too. Although it does look like one march in his double C primary, so it won't go that way. But again, points, right? Points per minute. That's 20 points per minute, in addition to the 150 points per minute that is denied by TR on the bottom lane Sky Altar. And looks like it actually might start ticking for TR. So that's a double whammy that VC56 cannot afford to have. 5,000 point game right now, 5,600 point game now in favor of TR.
Yeah, this is the really precarious spot of 556's position, which is that, they can't be late to this arc. They can't. If they're late to this arc and they get punished for it, they lose. Whereas TR, and if they're a little late, it might not be the end of the world, and they can really pressure the buildings. So there's just so much less wiggle room for 556, given that they are behind. And TR is just taking advantage of this. And honestly, TR, if they wanted, could say, we'll just go buildings. And if they did that well, they could win.
Yeah.
Without taking this arc, right?
Yeah.
Like, they actually could just decide, okay, we go buildings. Now, I think that's the less safe play, personally, but they have more than one way to win from this 7,000 point lead that they've got.
Nobody's going to do that, though. Look at the middle. Everybody's coming to the middle. They're like, nah, that's not the way this match is going to be played.
Well, I mean, at first when I loaded in, I saw 3 marches from TR, but then as I scroll down,
yes.
I mean, it's still only like 7 marches and then a few more. So, I mean, you can see 556 is heavily committed here.
Look from the obelisk areas. It's a lot more dense coming into the middle.
Yeah,
we got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes until this next arc spawns, Jiskel. So we have plenty of time for everybody to start, mooning each other from across the way. There's gonna be plenty of assembly time here, and I think just like always, VC56 just letting them assemble. Do you think that's maybe one of the downfalls that they've had this match? I think both times they were here early in mass.
Yeah, I feel like VC56 is maybe just too early to middle. Like, if you don't have a game plan of pressuring your enemy when you get there early, then you see them assembling later than you, then you're just losing opportunity to have pressure at other places. Yeah. But not by much, you know?
Well, by default, it's less efficient.
Yeah, it's... And the thing is, if you attack too soon in the middle, you give your enemy the opportunity to get back to the middle before the arc spawns, which is really bad. So even if you win initially, you lose because the enemy actually had a chance to reset their marches to middle before the arc spawned. So you don't want to engage too soon.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's such a balance of getting to the middle on time. And I think that TR has played the closer to the arc.
Fight, and also winning. So, I mean, you're looking at shrines on the top lane being flipped around, both sides getting a flip for the blue side. You know, TR's done exactly what they need to do. They have widened their lead of the two arc spawns, and then they're looking at possibly winning a third arc. Which, I mean, I think this is exactly what TR is all about, right? We don't ever stop pushing the gas pedal. You always go for the win. 2 minutes left until this arc spawns. I think they're going to try and move this blue VC56 ball of players off the temple here in just a little bit.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting. So, you know, we expect to see to the death. We expect on the part of TR. I mean, if they played it right, TR is capping at 10 points right now, and so is 556. You know, it was a long 15 minutes. Nobody used any abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, both of them are at max number of ability points.
Yep.
So that the waiting there in a lot of ways favors TR. Because if you cap it in too soon, the problem is that your opponent actually has more ability points than you, and that alone can sway a mid fight.
It can, yep, especially for this level of gameplay. Now, man, as convincing as TR has been in the middle. Maybe they have a little bit of more wiggle room to make a mistake or something, but I haven't seen them make one yet, especially in the middle fight here when it comes to what they're doing to win these fights. VC56 positioning a little farther forward in front of the temple, putting a little bit of a buffer. I don't think they've seen them do that this match, or at least not to this effect anyway. TR just letting them go ahead and position where they would like to, but VC56 looking like
there it
they're trying
is.
to hold it. Here we go.
There it is. TR initiating. War drums. Mystical. Mystical for 556 to the death. There it is.
Should see Heaven's Grace from VC56, I would imagine.
Yeah, there it is. Heaven's Grace.
Yeah.
I mean, the advantage here is pretty obviously in favor of TR, actually. Because it's 8 ability points used for 556, and that's 10 ability points used for 254. So I think in this encounter, like, you expect to see 254 emerge victorious. They used more ability points.
I mean, again, it's looking very heavily favored to TR. Although I will say, Arc is available and VC56 is grabbing it.
That's
right
a good
now,
grab.
3 second. Yeah,
That's a good grab.
They're going to be pulling back with it very shortly.
Quick hands there. Yeah, they got it.
Yep, they're moving with it.
That was a good
immediately
grab.
down. But
it's a small thing, but that a bunch of those strung together is really quite significant.
Mm-hmm.
The real issue is, you know, how much did TR run around during that mid fight to go chase that carrier versus actually hitting marches? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was much. So it was the Arc carrier only had it for maybe 2 seconds.
No, it wasn't very long.
Yeah. And there's still a lot of blue marches going.
There's
back
a
with
lot
sad
of
faces.
blue in here, man.
It looks that way, but then you see all the blue sad faces going away with dead
I keep
marches.
zooming out to like try to get a better look. Because, I mean, I don't see many sad faces at all,
Oh,
but now,
man.
okay, now I see.
If you
just a-
zoom, yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah,
it's
that's brutal.
it's pouring out.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
This is the way all the matches look. This is the way all the fights looked in the middle. It's just stream of blue marches going back with sad faces.
Sheesh.
Trickle of red marches going back with sad faces. One or two here and there. And then big clumps of them, like I said. There goes Baba's dead Ethelfled.
Okay. Avid. Q Savan grabs the Ark. Bogdown being activated, but it's too late for that. Bogdown's a great ability. I actually think...
underused, I think.
Should they have used that in the middle instead of one of the other ones? Hard to say. I mean,
What do they
Bogdown
have?
does a slow effect, which might be better than you think in the middle, but more importantly, it does a defense reduction, which is pretty good.
Mhm.
I think probably Bogdown is not as good as what they did use, though. Yeah, you see how short that duration is. There it is. TR holding the final
Running
arc.
back.
Now, look, I mean, I won't believe it until it's captured, okay?
Doesn't need to be captured.
But in fairness, yes, you're right. It doesn't actually need to be captured here. With the point lead that they have, TR has got to be feeling pretty good right now about their chances of getting the Osiris City theme for the 3% training speed.
By the way, while they're doing that, they went ahead and captured the Desert Altar on the top lane, did TR. So more points disruption in favor of the TR point total, 590 to 380 in favor of the red team. TR continuing to pressure the top lane while simultaneously defending bottom lane from the second push coming from VC56, the blue team, trying to do everything they can to capture Desert Altar while simultaneously trying to go after the Arc Carrier, which is doing a fantastic job of going around the right side of that ruins area, deflecting more and more distance away from the threat coming in from VC56, not only from a total distance standpoint, but walking around that ruin is a lot more of a pain in the butt than it may seem.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Adds
distance that
another
opens
10
up.
seconds, yeah. And living up to their name, right? TR, again, delivering some therapy to VC56. It might not be what they paid for, but they're definitely getting it. TR doing a great job here. 7,000 point lead still in favor of TR with another 4,000 points in the bag, carried by Avid Q7. Coming in solid here around the bottom lane. Looks like VC56 is starting to try and grab it, though. Just don't know if there's going to be quite enough. Baba TC at a sun, though, has a full march. XY. So it's going down pretty quickly, but it might have enough to at least drop the Arc Carrier. Don't know if that's going to be enough to actually do anything solid, though.
Yeah, the carrier's going to fall, but it's not going to be able to go anywhere. I don't know that it matters if it does or it doesn't, as you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, that carrier is actually hanging on
Yeah.
by a thread.
It's about to go down.
Yeah, around the
There it
corner.
goes.
There it is. Okay, and there's enough guarding this arc this time here that feels unlikely that this arc's going to actually go anywhere meaningful.
People are searching for the 8,000 in provisions that VC56 is ready to bring back with less than a minute to go in this matchup. 4,000 points on the line, on the floor, picked up by TR, and it is being run back again, going straight to one of the cities. Again, there's no reason for delay. It looks like VC56 does have the Shrine of War and the Desert Altar for TR, so that's going to help them a little bit, but only 30 seconds left, not really going to generate any points, anything. And it's impossible. It's impossible. 25 seconds left. It's what, a 6,000 point match right now, 5,000 point match, plus 4,000 points on this arc, which may not even get captured here. In fact, I don't think it will be. What do you think, Chisco?
I don't think it will.
Yep.
Not enough time to run it.
Yeah. Are they even trying to pick it? I think they're trying to pick it up just to
Double Dealer did get the arc. He is
like a
moving
slam
it.
dunk, but yeah.
But with
3
5 seconds left,
Yeah. Not gonna
that's
go.
all she wrote.
That's it.
Wow. Heck of a matchup.
Very nice.
VC56 versus TR. MVP from VC56, Altori. 180,385 individual score. But the W goes to TR with a cool 40 million units healed there. In fairness, 17 million just about for the
Yeah.
Victorious Cats.
Nothing to see
6,500 in arc score. Occupation score also ahead. And provision score actually way behind. Like, Victorious Cats did a ton of provisioning here.
Yeah, they did.
Total kills roughly even. Drago, thoughts overall from this matchup?
Well, I think TR really had the match